What's up, guys? I wanted to jump on here, give you a little bit of my predictions. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You know the drill. You know the drill. By the way, it's been a while since I've done an AMC update or a stocks video update. Um, just kind of been not that motivated to really talk about it because let's face it, AMC has been going down ever since it was at 70. It's went from 70 to 60 to 50 to 40 to 30 to 20, and honestly, it was a little depressing, but I wasn't giving up. Just sucks to talk about something when it's going nothing but down, and you know it shouldn't be going down, but there's nothing you can do about it. So this video is to talk about when will the MOASS happen. I know I've thought it was coming months ago, and I was obviously wrong, and it's okay to be wrong because not everyone's right. But somebody's got to be right eventually. I believe that I don't think the short squeeze is going to happen right now, but I do believe there's a big move coming. Now, whether that's 100 or 200 a share, I don't believe that's the MOASS, but I do believe that there is some moves coming and there will be some covering happening before the New Year's. There's just too many catalysts, too much data, too many things that are aligning for it to not happen. I mean, you just had JP Morgan release an article saying that there will be a short squeeze before the New Year because of liquidity issues and all kinds of shit. New requirements for hedge funds, for leveraging and all kinds of shit, right? So do you believe that that's like coincidental? Now, why would JP Morgan talk about a short squeeze when most of the time all these financial people, hedge funds, companies, they're all tied together. They're all one big fucking clique, right? They're all in the same game. They all like to fuck retail. They are signaling a short squeeze. JP Morgan is because they want you to believe that this is the actual squeeze. So that way you're tired of it, you get out of it, and then the actual squeeze happens. Now, I'm not here to tell you that I don't know what the top part of the squeeze will be. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. But I do believe that they are making it seem like there's a big move coming because they want you to cover and get out of it cheap. They want you to get out of it cheap so you miss the actual MOASS. So my recommendation is to save some shares, even if it does squeeze to 100 or 200. Do not sell everything. Save some for more. Save some for more. Save some just in case it keeps going, right? I fortunately bought a shit ton of shares. I am not worried one bit. I have shares upon shares upon shares. Um, and when this thing goes, I have plenty of shares to work with, so I'm not scared one bit. But I know everybody else that does not have the same position that I do, so that's why I'm trying to give you my honest thoughts on it. Um, I do believe there's a big move coming because, honestly, before the JP Morgan thing, before the Department of Justice talking about, uh, before the Justice Department said they're going to look into the hedge funds and the shorting of stocks and all that shit, before all that shit, right? Um, where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, before all that shit happened, I thought that there was going to be some sort of movement before the new year. I don't know if it's the MOASS, but I do believe a squeeze is coming because for reasons of um, someone's texting me. Sorry. Um, I believe it's coming because the New Year's, right? So let's say you have $5 billion in profits. Now let's say if you covered your AMC position, got out of it, you would have 1 billion in losses, right? You want to take those losses before the new year so you can get your books straight, so you can only pay taxes on $4 billion instead of $5 billion, and then still having that billion in losses that you'll have to pay on eventually. Why not clean up all your books before the New Year's? Because taxes are done every year, right? I know I took a lot of losses, a lot of losses. I had to clean up my books. I had way too much profits, and I wasn't about to pay taxes on absurd money. When I have a lot of negative, I can sell it just to cut my losses and fucking clean up my books a little bit so that when I go to pay taxes, I'm not paying taxes on absurd money. I'm paying taxes on less of absurd money, right? That's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, right? But anyways, JP Morgan talked about having a short squeeze before the New Year's. I believe him. I fucking believe them. I think there is a squeeze coming. I don't think it's going to be the mother of all short squeezes, though. I just don't. I think it will get to about 100 to 200. AMC is going to go to 100 to 200, and then it'll probably retrace down into the 70 range or 80 range, and we'll probably be in the same spot, months down the road, people talking about it. Same shit, different story. Or same shit, same story. Everyone bitching, everyone saying it's over with, blah, 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 right? That I believe is what is going to happen here. I just think that's what's going to happen. Now, the actual short squeeze will be absurd. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars a share. I'm talking 500, 800, 1,000. I'm talking like Amazon shit, Amazon prices. That's the MOASS. 100 to 200 is not no fucking MOASS. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to sell. That does not mean I'm not going to sell. I will sell some, absolutely. Why would I not sell some at hundreds of dollars per share? Collect some profit and use some of the profits for stuff in my life, right? Makes sense. So that's my opinion on that. There's so many other catalysts, ascending level of support. Rico talks about all this shit. Rico's a fucking awesome YouTuber. I just found him recently. Look up Rico about AMC. Phenomenal fucking YouTuber. His technical analysis is fucking impeccable. But anyways, he says that there's ascending level of support, there's resistance, and it's in an ascending triangle or ascending. It's following the same path and same fractal as fucking the January run up. You guys remember the January run up when it went from like $3.20? That was fucking absurd, right? So what do you think it's gonna do when it goes from 20? What do you think it's gonna do? When it went from $3 or $4 to 20, that's 5 times the amount of the value it was worth, right? 5 times. If it's at 20 right now, it's gonna at least go to 100. I mean, come on. It's gonna at least go to fucking $100. The very minimum of $100. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to be sick and tired of playing the same game, and there's going to be a lot of people covering even when it goes to 100, 150, right? Let's say it runs up to $70 right now. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to say, fuck this, I'm done, I'm selling, I'm out, I don't give a fuck about no MOASS, I'm done, I'm over with, I won some money, I don't care anymore, I'm done. There's going to be a lot of people that do that because they're tired of it, and they know that. They know that. They pay motherfuckers to have psychology degrees, to literally study the movement of human behavior with certain things. This is all fucking planned, man. You think that JP Morgan released this fucking article for the coincidental fact that they think a MOASS or a short squeeze is coming? They don't think just a short squeeze is coming for no reason. They know it's coming, but they want you to believe that this is the actual squeeze, and they want you to get the fuck out of it. Because JP Morgan's in bed with Citadel, they're in bed with all these other motherfuckers. They're all together. There's no way, there's a super slight chance that JP Morgan gives a fuck about you in your short squeeze, and they don't care about Citadel and all these other fuckers. They're all together. They all are working together. It's not a coincidence that they released an article saying they think a short squeeze is coming for AMC and all the meme stocks. It's not a fucking coincidence. Come on. Really? They want you to sell cheap so you're done and over with so they can get out of their fucking positions cheaper. They probably paid JP Morgan millions of dollars to post that fucking article. It's just my opinion. I mean, I'm just guessing. But I think that's what's going on here. So when will the MOASS happen? Nobody fucking knows. But I do believe there's a big movement coming before New Year's. All right? Rico seems to think it's happening New Year's Eve, which is Thursday, New Year's Eve. He seems to think that that's the date. I don't know why that date particularly, because it's following the same for fractal. He thinks it's that date because it's following the same fractal of the January run up. So, I mean, obviously nobody knows. Nobody's a fortune teller. I'm just here to give you my fucking thoughts, and you guys do what you want with it. You guys do whatever the fuck you want with it. So yeah, that's my opinion. There's too many catalysts. I mean, you got Spider-Man breaking records. It's breaking records of Avatar. It's breaking records of the Titanic. It's breaking records, and we're talking in an era where there's fucking Disney Plus, where you can watch fucking movies that aren't even or that are just now in the theaters. We're talking eras where you can rent movies on Amazon Prime Video and watch movies that are out in the theaters. We're in an era where you can watch shit at home and still this motherfucker broke records. What does that mean? That means people like going to the theaters and that experience of enjoying a movie with a bunch of random ass fucking people eating some overpriced fucking popcorn, looking at a goddamn screen. All right? It's a thing. It's a fucking thing to do. It's an experience. It's a fucking experience. It's absolutely an experience. So theaters aren't dead. I think it's a thing that will always exist. Um, and I just think that this is the catalyst right here. Spider-Man is the fucking catalyst. Um, so yeah, what's going on here? I see a lot of people. See some people. I don't know anything about stocks. I'm just here to listen. I appreciate you. E-Trade won't give me the serial number of my shares. They act like they don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? I have E-Trade, and I didn't even ask E-Trade either. But I think E-Trade has enough liquidity for us to not worry. I would be more worried if I had all my shares in like fucking Cash App or like fucking like maybe Robinhood, obviously Webull. I don't think you should have your AMC shares in Webull. I think Webull is a fantastic fucking app for looking at charts and data and shit. But as far as like AMC and having your shares in AMC, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I had E Trade before. I had E Trade before Webull, so I have E Trade, Webull, and then for crypto, I have Webull, and I also have Uphold, and that's my crypto. Share. What's up, Opperman? Glad to see you're doing good. Merry Christmas. Thanks, man. I'm doing all right. Like, as far as my dad passing away, it is super fucking like just different, man. It's just different. I don't know, but I appreciate it. Shares are property, so it has an ID. Yeah, they absolutely should have an ID. If they're real, they should have a serial number and a certificate. Unless they're synthetic, and then you have a problem. Which, let's face it, all of our shares are probably synthetic because this motherfucker's been sold out for a long time, and nobody said a goddamn thing about nothing. But I firmly believe that a big move is coming. You had Spider-Man breaking box office records, guys. Think about that for a second. Spider-Man breaking fucking records. Not just records for now, records in general. I'm talking fucking records. Avatar type shit. It hasn't broke Avatar yet, but it's on the process to beating it's on the process to beating fucking Avatar, which is crazy. Opperman, tough question. What is probably your favorite energy drink right now? Energy drink flavor or energy drink um or energy drink fucking energy drink flavor or energy drink brand? Are you at your house or the gym? I'm at the gym. I'm at the gym. I haven't done cardio in like fucking like 3 months. I had leg surgery on my veins, and they burned they burned the veins inside my inner thigh because they're like bad veins and shit, varicose, and fucking my legs has just been really off, really weird, very tender, very sensitive, very not feeling that good. So I've just been honestly, I haven't been doing legs or cardio in months. So just kind of is what it is right now. I'm waiting for everything to feel better. It's just going to take a long time. That's what the doctor said. So kind of is what it is. As far as flavor, I have so many top flavors. I don't know if you see my top energy drink flavor review video that I did for 2021. I did a video where I went over my favorite flavors of 2021 for energy drinks. So yeah, go to that. That's definitely a place where you should go for that question. I can't really name any off the top of my head, to be honest with you. There's just so many I really like. But what else is there to talk about as far as the MOASS? Um, I don't know when the MOASS will actually happen. I just do think there's big movement coming, and I don't mean like $5 movement. I mean like 10, 20, $30 movements coming soon before New Year's. Like I said, there's just so many catalysts. Okay, so besides Spider-Man, you have Department of Justice looking into short selling. You have J.P. Morgan signaling a short squeeze coming before the New Year's on certain meme stocks. You have Ortex data saying the short interest on AMC is the highest it's ever been. Now the utilization is not at 100%, which kind of worries me a little bit. Um, but yeah, um, what other catalyst is there? What other catalyst is there? Um, So yeah, you have Spider-Man, you have JP Morgan talking about it, you have the Department of Justice talking about shit. You have AMC doing EFTs or NFTs for Spider-Man. You have AMC doing NFTs in general. You have them accepting crypto. You have there's just so many catalysts. It's like the TA is looking very similar to the January run-up, according to Rico and according to other technical analysis professionals that know that shit like to a fucking T. Obviously, technical analysis is super like opinionated and shit, but I believe it. You have a super odd movement on Friday. Like, why did it go up 20% on Friday? Why? Does anybody know? Nothing happened on Friday that was super fucking different. Um, Besides, we've had positive catalysts before and it went down. So I don't know. There's just too many fucking catalysts coming together, and I think that this thing is actually going to squeeze decently before New Year's. Like I said, for those reasons. Um, I feel like there's other catalysts I'm forgetting about. There's got to be more. Um, oh, Adam Aaron selling before the MOASS is actually a really good sign because a CEO can't sell shares during a squeeze. It's super conflict of interest. So he might have thought something was coming, and he's like, I better sell my shares before some shit hits the fan because um, he doesn't want to be tied to any legality issues. You know what I'm saying? If you're a CEO, you do not want to be a part of any type of MOASS. You can't be a part of that. It's super conflict of interest, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. So it might have just been that he's trying to retire soon, or he thought something was coming. But that is actually a good sign. That's not a bad sign at all. Anybody selling shares internally is not a bad sign, unless it's a dying company or something. And AMC is not a dying company. Not anymore, at least. Not anymore. I'm not saying fucking 20 years down the road it's not going to be a dying company, but as of right now, AMC is not in a bad spot, especially with the movement and the sentiment of the apes. This is not like some normal ass thing. There's too many people involved, way too many people. So it's not a bad fucking sign. Speaking of movies, are you looking forward to seeing the new Jackass movie? Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm not crazy about it, but I'll check it out. You think E-Trade would say, sorry, your shares are fake, so here's your money back? No, they can't fucking do that. There's no way they can do that. Adam Aaron is selling his shares on the 28th of December. He can't sell during the squeeze. Yeah, exactly. He can't sell during the squeeze. Yep. I don't know about him selling on the 28th, though. I don't know anything about that. All of the bigwigs are selling also. I haven't heard about anyone selling other than Adam Aaron. Adam Aaron's the only one I heard about selling that he's selling. That and like the CFO or some shit sold like 10,000 shares or some little random shit. In the grand scheme of things, Adam Aaron's shares isn't shit. Like you're talking like a half of 1% of the entire volume of the day. Like, are you really worried about someone selling half of 1% of the entire day's volume? It's not even a big deal. It's minuscule, super minuscule. Not even a big deal at all. So when people like worry about that shit, they really don't even understand what the fuck's going on. It's kind of sad. Um, so what else is there to talk about with AMC? Um, all right, so you've seen it go from 20 to 30 in like a week. You don't think there's something fishy about that? Like, you don't think there's big movement coming? If it was a dead cat, it would be going from 20 to 10 to 5 to 3 to 2 to 1 to fucking nothing. We've seen it go from $70 to $20 in the course of a couple of months, right? Eventually, stocks go up and they go down, right? It's been going down since the 70s and 60s range. Um, Stocks don't just go down and they just don't go up. And I think now is the time that it is on an up fucking trend. It's just on an uptrend, and I think it's going to squeeze. It's going to squeeze, but I don't know about a mother of all short squeezes. If you only had 100 shares less, where would you sell? 100 shares or less, where would you sell? Depends. When did you buy? Did you buy when I bought? Um, if you bought when I bought, which was like $7 and $8 range, then my story would be different probably. Would you prefer streaming movies the day they come out on your phone or just going to theaters? I've always been to the theaters only on movies I really care about. Otherwise, I just wait. Um, so like super movies that I'm super excited about, like Halloween movies and Saw movies and uh, Final Destination movies, like Scream, shit like that. I absolutely don't mind going to the movies and having a good time. But on like other movies that are like just like whatever, it's just like whatever to me, you know, just like whatever. It's like I don't know. For me, that's how it is for me. Like I really don't go to the movies unless it's something super special or super exciting. Like very sequel movies. Obviously, like Spider-Man movies do really good in the theaters and shit. Avengers and shit like that. So, I mean, I think it's absolutely a thing to do. Um, but there is that that fear of like everyone wants to do streaming, and I get it. That is a thing, right? It's obvious. That doesn't mean it's going to go away though completely. Obviously not, because if you have right, if you have Spider-Man beating records in 2021, beating Titanic records. Titanic, there was no fucking streaming. There was no fucking goddamn motherfucker on the street that's got uh, some goddamn theater copy where he fucking foamed it on his fucking camera phone back in the fucking 90s and 2000s. There was none of that shit, right? Spider-Man right now is on the verge of beating all of that shit. That's clearly a sign that theaters are not dead. They're just not dead. People like doing it. It's like going to, um, it's like going to out to dinner with somebody. It's always going to be a thing. You can always order fucking food, right? You can always order food and have it delivered to your house, right? But there's still motherfuckers that go to the restaurant and sit down. Why? It's food either way, right? You can either eat food at home or eat food at fucking a restaurant, right? You guys see what the fuck I'm saying here? Or there's theaters where you go and watch, or there's theaters where you sit at your fucking house and Netflix and chill with some chick. They both exist. They both are things. People, you can drink at home. Why do people go to bars and drink? You can drink at home, right? There's that sentiment. There's that relationship, seeing people, um, fucking living your life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Living your life a little bit. Seeing people, building friendships, seeing people you haven't seen in a while because they just happen to be at the same bar as you. It's a fucking thing to do, guys. It's not fucking dead. It's not dead. I don't think it'll ever be dead. At least not in the near future. So that's just my opinion. Uh, my average is 24. If your average is 24, fucking let it rip, man. All right. I know you're a woman, but let it 24. Nah, I would just let it chill, honestly. Let it chill. Hey Jerry, what's up, Kev? Should I buy a treadmill? Shit, I'm sneaking in Fireball to the theater. AMC, AMC. Make sure you go support AMC. Fuck Regal and fuck Cinemark. Fuck those places. It's all about AMC, baby. AMC. Should I buy a treadmill? I mean, if you want, they're super expensive. I would rather just pay $10 to go to the gym. But if you want to, go ahead. Shit. By the way, I do have to get out of here soon. I have work at 6 and it's 4:30 and I got to shower and get ready for work. So I do going to be getting out of here soon. If you have any more last questions, I do appreciate everyone jumping on. And I do think AMC, something's happening very, 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 very soon. I really, really believe it. I could be wrong. I could be. I was thinking 5 to 10K. Is that too low? That's really high. I mean, personally, I don't believe it's going to get that high. People are going to sell and kill the movement. People are going to fucking sell. You have to account for people selling. Um, do I believe it can go that far? Yeah, absolutely. I believe it can get that high, but I don't think it's going to because people are scared. People can't handle volatility and they can't handle super hard movement swings, especially when you're talking thousands of dollars in any given moment. So you can absolutely hold a 5,000, not 10,000. I'm not here to tell you to hold that long. I do think it'll hit a couple hundred at least, no matter what. But when you're talking thousands, that's a lot of commitment from the movement that I don't know if I can see happening. It's possible, but I don't know. But anyways, it's already 4:30. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping in. And if you guys come after the stream, comment down below your guys' thoughts on the video. Thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna check you guys later. All right. I don't think AMC will get past 100. Hopefully, you make a bunch of money. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see. Anyways, check you guys later. Hey.